Jay's podcast, take one.
30 minutes of a waste of your time. Take one.
Hi, Denise.
How many takes do we have? A lot of takes.
Right,
one.
yeah, no, yeah.
Oh, God.
Dude, wait till we're on take 17. When we're like in 27 minutes and it's like, cut. Redo it. Are we rolling?
From the top.
1, 2, 3, 4.
When the kids are counting sheep, when the kids go to sleep, dreams and memories. When the kids go to sleep, when the kids go to sleep.
Dude, you freaking nailed
No,
it.
once in a while.
Dude.
I
Mickey.
tune her in.
You've never, be honest, have you ever heard that song ever in your entire life?
I have.
You have?
I have, yeah.
You like, I was like,
I did.
impressed.
We're so
I thought
cool
you just
now.
like picked it up at the last minute.
Who
and
did
was
that,
like,
by the way? Who wrote that?
TERABRITE.
TERABRITE.
Yeah?
A young couple out of Florida.
Very talented.
They are. And they're some
enjoy
YouTubers.
the
They've
song.
made many
They are.
intros for many people.
Many an intro.
They were on Conan O'Brien.
Were they really?
They were on Conan O'Brien. Yeah,
No
it
way.
was cool. They're DJ.
You are the king of intros. You have just like the
We have
We
a lot
have
of
a
we have
mixture.
a lot of
smorgasbord.
we have a lot of
Yeah, we
great
do.
people who have made us some good intros. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I've made like 0 of our intros in my entire YouTube career because there's been so many good intros that people have made that I've just like loved them so much. I'm like, that's my intro. That's a good intro. I like that.
That's an
I
awesome
love
thing to
them.
have, though. Like,
Yeah.
I wish that people made me intros. I wish that everywhere I went.
Submit your intros
You guys
for
hear that?
when the
Make
kids
me
go to
some
sleep.
intros.
I actually
Mickey wants his intros.
I do.
will somebody make Mickey an intro? Mickey, do something like this and point your mustache out, and people will make an intro.
Mustache. It could
All
be
right,
it. I
you
don't
guys,
know. I'm just throwing it out there.
Where can they email those intros to? Mickey Myers at Maker Studio.
Yeah, there you go. We'll go to
Yeah, that'll go
Meyer
into the-
Mickey at
he has-
yahoo.com.
Dude, how many emails do you have in your inbox
I
right
have
now?
right now.
Not even like unopened that
oh
have
my
come in
God.
since you've sat
Oh,
down
not
to
unopened.
do this podcast.
I mean, just straight emails, probably. Oh my God, I don't even know. Oh my gosh,
in
probably
your
like
Gmail.
a gajillion.
A
Most
gajillion.
likely. I average right now.
That's 2.5 cajillions.
I was at 300 emails a day for a minute.
Oh my
And then I'm
gosh.
down to like.
So
I
wait,
think
are
Do you
those-
200.
respond?
Are
'Cause
those like
you're a good
junk
emailer.
emails, or are they
No,
all
they're-
emails that you have
those
to
are-
respond
I mean,
to?
a lot of it's CCing. You know, it's like
Mm-hmm.
producers that are
So
you know
running
what's going
shoots.
on.
Yeah, just keep me in the loop so that I'm kind of.
So we should
in the
say,
know.
what is it exactly that you do here at Maker Studios? Mickey?
I think
Hold on.
I'm
I want to talk into Colette's
Ooh.
microphone for a minute.
Oh.
There's a section that
Shay
we do.
always takes my
We have
microphone.
one section on
Seriously?
this show. That's where I get to talk
So
into
rude.
Colette's microphone and smell her
That's so
her skin.
rude.
I just wanted to
Okay.
I wanted to come over here for a minute and get a closer look at your mustache.
I like it, don't you?
Dude, I didn't like fully examine it on the walk in. I was like, nice mustache, but that's like it's in charge.
It is in charge.
Sergeant.
I did it because I had to be a cop. I was a cop in
Oh,
the
is that
Michael
why?
Gallagher thing,
Oh,
and then I'm
that's
See,
gonna be a
that's
cop in a
okay.
casting
Okay,
thing,
so let's get on because I want to. Okay, me talking into Colette's microphone section is over.
Thank you very
I'll,
much.
I'll be over here on my microphone if you need me.
Get your own microphone. Okay.
Oh, she's so cute and sniffly. Sniffly.
Sniffly?
All right, so ask your question.
I forgot what I asked. Oh, what do you do here at Maker Studios?
I run the comedy. I make it the funny. I make, a
I
lot
make
of
it the funny.
Is a
I
make it
don't-
funny.
I say run, but it's not. I do nothing really. I talk to people. I talk to people and make them think that I'm doing something, and then eventually, by the end of the day, people are like, "Wow, Mickey did all that stuff."
He's a great coordinator. A lot of coordinating has to happen.
We
That's
are
crazy.
Yeah. We have Maker Studios got like
That's a
Got
good
talented
question.
people,
How
man.
much? Here's the question:
do.
How much comedy do you produce?
a lot of comedy.
Like who and how many channels are you working with?
Right now, I'm with. Oh my gosh, I don't even know. Let's see, Station 2, Cassim, Ray's 2 other channels. I mean, technically Cassim's 2nd channel. Nice Peter 2. Totally Sketch 2. Nick, Kyle, Beck Bennett.
Denise, put a link to put all their
Just
faces.
all of 'em, just
line
pile 'em
them
on
up.
top of 'em.
Line them up.
That's crazy.
So all the so
And now Nathan J. Barnett too, and potentially OOJLE which I really like. Gentleman's Rants, those are really good.
Wow. So you
And
are crazy busy.
I feel like there's more.
There's plenty
Timmy.
more.
Oh my gosh, Timmy.
Timothy Delgado.
Timothy
Yeah,
Delgado and
he's-
his like
he-
30 channels
And
too.
Timothy does a good job. He's very prolific.
He's amazing. He really
And he makes a lot of videos too.
I was gonna say. I know there's a joke coming out of that one.
Anyways,
He's the Will Smith of the internet. I think.
The Will Smith
he
of the
is.
internet.
He
That's
is.
how I-
He's
I
already
see
working
him.
on his second shoe. He's already in
He is.
talks for his second tweak shoe.
He does so much.
Yeah. Okay. So what I was gonna say is, so think about all those people that you just named off, and all the great content that they produce. Cassim's Ask Cassim they've turned into.
There's something
These-
all new.
I mean, yeah, they're like this whole show, and props to freaking
D-Flesh.
D-Flesh, who he basically runs Maker Studios.
He does that, man. That guy's
He
got
is amazing.
Another brain.
I give him all the props in the world because he does a great job. He edits for Ray, which is the #1 show on the internet, basically. And right, I mean,
He
can you
doesn't.
say
Well, he
that?
doesn't do Eagles 3 anymore.
Oh, he doesn't anymore? Well,
Brandon, he did.
Oh, okay,
he like
well, he did, yeah.
kind of tweaked the format a little bit.
But
and
he
handed
does.
it off
He
to
does
Brandon.
breaking, doesn't he? Still.
He does do. He supervises breaking now.
Well, he
He's-
did all those shows, and he's amazing. And D-Flesh, would you edit something for me?
What he does, what Dan's amazing at doing, is that he helps to perfect a format. He takes an idea and he basically puts all the graphic elements to it and like really perfects the timing of it, and then says like, "Here you go, run with it." And so he's doing that. He did that story time thing. that
Yeah,
you did.
which is, when is that coming out? I didn't know
That
we can
will
talk
be
about that here on the podcast. Can we talk about that?
I don't know. It's all in line with like when the station relaunches and if the station relaunches. for
Right,
that matter.
if the
But
state. I
if
mean,
it's a
are we
new
going to get into all of that?
I don't know.
So do you think it won't? Would there
But
be a
that-
possibility that it wouldn't?
I don't know. There's a lot of people there that are there only to hate. And
Yeah.
so it's like, do you start anew, or do you say like, hey, listen, we still believe in this idea that there could be a channel where YouTubers collaborate, that this is just a place where people come and hang out and can have fun and do their own thing. I think that mission got a little lost somewhere, but
Yeah.
I think if we bring it back now with like the new infrastructure that we have and like the ability to kind of sustain it, I think it'll be fun.
So
Yeah,
I think we
way
should
fun.
I think we should talk about this a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like, because the station, this is this is a small audience of our followers who watch us, but that something that we deal with as far as like when we started this company, is the station was kind of like the company, but
Yeah.
really the station is just like the YouTube channel that represented the company that we started, which was Maker Studios. So that was kind of like the, they call it the flagship, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't know where that term came in, but it was like, hey, this is our production company and this is the channel that we produce content for. But now, just the channels that you named off, that's a ton of content that's other than the station
Right.
that Maker produces for. So this is the conflict that we have is, the station has, 1 million or whatever subscribers, but there's a history there of people, in the comments who are like, 'cause there's the fight of
Haters.
Shane, where's Shane and where's Phil and that whole kind of.
We were gonna make a video once when I first came into it because this was like I had just come into YouTube and I was really into reading comments and just on reading every single one of them. And we put up a video, and every video we put up on the station was like the same comments over and over and over. And it was like, the station's dead. Like, it doesn't matter what you put up.
Right.
Station's, where's Phil? Where's Shane? Like, this is so much better. I can't believe that Shane's not in this video. If you were in the video, it was the same ones over and
And
over.
the thing is that like I don't know, because I don't know how much the viewers realize that there were friendships, a bunch of friends started a company together.
Yeah.
And then there was disagreements, but there's not.
But you're bound. Like, how
Yeah,
can you
that's-
not
that's-
have that? Like,
and-
there's
Yeah.
It always does, and it's like the tales as old as time. You start a business with your friends, and hey, guess what? It doesn't work out because especially with creative people. That in the end, that's what it was with with Shane and Phil and everybody, is that they're so creative and they wanted. It was hard. Here's the term that I always use. I'm gonna forget what it was.
There's too many.
Yeah, it was like too many cooks in the kitchen, or like, it was kind of like a collaborative compromise where, nobody totally loved, because we're all trying to make one video out of all these, creative minds, and nobody totally loved, but nobody totally hated what we were doing. Anyways,
Because it can't match up perfectly with like everybody's
everybody's
sensibilities.
ideas.
Yeah,
right.
It's
but
like
we're
there's
friends
all those
now.
different
I mean,
things,
Colette was at Phil's house, you know, for a party.
Girls' night.
Yeah, they had girls' night.
It was so
Thanks
fun.
a lot,
Not with
Lindsay.
Phil.
Yeah.
That sounded funny. I was at Phil's house for a girls' night.
DeFranco. No more girls' nights with my wife. No, he was in Vegas. Didn't Lindsay buy him?
Yeah, she bought him UFC tickets.
UFC
Oh,
tickets
that's
for
to
his,
Vegas.
was it for their anniversary? What was it for?
I can't remember now. Birthday or anniversary? I don't know.
No, Phil's
Anyways,
birthday
for
is-
something.
When is Phil's birthday?
When's your birthday, Phil?
Anyways,
We'll send you a birthday present.
I want to meet Phil. I haven't met Phil.
you've never met
Phil,
Phil?
there's a couple people I haven't met. I haven't met Phil, and I haven't met.
Dude, Phil got me into the biz.
Did he?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
dude.
A talented guy.
Philip
Very
DeFranco.
talented guy.
He's
I'll
very
tell you
talented.
what. I mean, as far as people who have like been doing YouTube well for a long time, he's probably one of the best at it. And I think talking about any YouTubers, Smosh is another one. Anyways,
Smosh is great. Smosh, like
Mm-hmm.
people, you know, it's hard because our age, people that are working on the show, it's like it's not targeted towards us. It's not targeted towards me, the 27-year-old male. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's like they have a demographic and they hit it every single time, and they
They do.
produce consistent content, which is a very hard thing to do.
It
It's
is.
hard to make the same kind of content.
if
over
you
and
if
over.
you were to ask me who has made consistently good content or who has done well on YouTube the best, the longest, Smosh, I think is
Oh my God.
probably the one that has done
That's
it.
true.
sketch comedy is so hard.
Oh yeah,
to
like
do
the
over
one-off
and
sketch
over.
comedy
Yeah.
to to constantly like hit something funny and to get good views on every time is really really tough.
To write a new story, a new
Yeah.
like a new thing every single time, and have it still be something that is you can't predict where it's gonna go.
Yeah.
Ian and Anthony, you're the greatest.
You're hilarious.
Do you want to collaborate with the video?
That's
I've
right.
I've been on 2 of their lunchtime with Smoshes. They're funny guys. They're really cool.
There. I met
anyway-
Anthony. Got to meet Anthony. I haven't
Oh,
met
you did?
Ian yet.
Yeah, they're
Ian seems
great.
like he's funny.
Yeah. Oh, he's a jerk, but he's funny. Anyways,
That's not true.
Ian, you know I love you. So speaking of little jerks,
Little jerk.
You Little jerk.
You
I
just had a
did.
baby.
I did. He is the coolest thing in the world. It's great. It is like it changes everything.
It really does.
Everybody, people say that. Like right now, there's somebody out there that like is about to have a kid. Somebody's like, it's gonna
gonna
change
change your life."
everything,
Yeah.
and you're like, yeah, right. It's not gonna change anything. I'm just gonna have a little kid. But
Right.
like, then you have him.
Okay, so here's a question that I want to ask you, Mickey, because I get this question as a father, and I never really know how to answer it exactly. And I don't really ever want to answer it because I want people to experience it like for their first time. So here's the question. Now that you've had the kid, how old is the kid?
He is.
How old is the
kid,
infant?
The kid.
What the hell's
2
its
and a
name?
half months. Logan. Logan
That's
Danger.
my brother's
I
name.
love that name. No, listen,
brother's
Logan
name. Hey, Logan.
Danger. That's
That's
the
his-
best name ever.
It's legal, right? His
It is.
legal middle name is Danger.
Yep. I wanted my original, because my middle name is Dashel, and so I wanted his name to be Dashel Danger.
Dash,
And
Dashel Danger.
and my wife just fought that tooth and nail.
Good for her.
But
Bless
like that,
her heart.
if you have like you're a detective, like
Dashel
automatically.
Danger. Dun, 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 dun,
You're
dun, dun,
automatically bound for success.
Yeah.
Dashel Danger here to save you.
Shay, you already did the segment where you talk in my mic.
Segment 2.
You already did it.
Now I'm in Mickey's mic. It's
No
another
way.
segment. Dashel Danger.
No.
Sorry, this is
New
so-
segment. We just
this
had a
is
whole new segment.
You just destroyed my
I
microphone.
apologize. Ow, kidney
Hold, this
shot.
is just a mess right now. Oh my god.
I think I'm just gonna have to
Roth,
still
I
shave my.
apologize. We're in our workout clothes because we're going to the gym after this.
Do you have
I
a
don't think
segment
we'll
which you
need to go
talk
to the
about
gym
how
if you do another
amazing Raph
segment like
is,
that.
by the way?
Roth is.
yeah.
Is there? It's Roth or Raph. What is
There
it?
we go.
It's all good. Either one.
What
Either.
is it? I want to know.
It's both. Everybody says it different.
What do
It's
you
all good.
prefer?
It
What do
does
you
not-
say?
What did your mommy call you?
My full name is Raphael.
Raphael.
So it's Roth, really?
It's Roth.
Roth.
It's
Roth,
Roth,
whatever.
idiot.
Oh man.
Oh,
Wow.
See how nice Roth is? He wouldn't even like correct his own name because
Yeah.
he doesn't want you to feel
Yeah.
bad. Roth, quit being so nice.
The nicest person in the world.
I've gotten that too. Call it. People call me Call it. Or
What
Colette.
idiot calls you Colette?
Like all of
So
my
where
teachers,
somebody's like, oh.
all of my teachers growing up.
Sorry. Just as I smack your microphone.
My microphone is not having a good day today.
I had the greatest story of that. I was in church as a child, as a 12-year-old boy, and there's this new family that came to our ward, and they're announcing this family, and there's this new kid sitting next to me. Just happens that there's this new kid, and the person announcing the family's names is like Esther something. And I said to this kid, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try to like make this kid feel comfortable because he's like new, you know. So I'm like, Esther, what a stupid name, huh? He's like, that's my mom.
That's so
And I was
mean.
like, I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. I just was trying to be like friendly with you. And
That is not nice.
Yeah.
That teaches you.
you know what that shows? It shows that human nature, it's just like easier to pick out people's flaws. Like instead of like saying something nice and polite, why is that as people it's easier to be like mean and like find the faults in people? Why do we do that? Or is it just me?
I never do that.
I owe you a
I
kidney
am flawless.
I'm flawless.
Anyways, what were we talking
No,
about?
I think it's just human nature. It makes you, I don't know, something about it, like, it makes you feel better when you put other people down.
Misery loves company.
It doesn't make me feel better. Except for when I put you down, share yourself.
That's like Tara's whole family. I call them the family of bullies because they just make fun of each other, but they air everything out, and it
Yeah.
works in
Really?
this weird way of like everything that's on their mind they just say, and it kind of makes everything okay because
They're gonna,
'Cause they're
they
being
can make
honest.
fun of it.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
just being honest. They make fun of it, and it's never meant in a malicious way. You know,
I kind of think that's how our family
Yeah.
is a little
Your
bit.
family's totally
where,
like that.
You know, where it's like we just, you know, we make fun of those like little idiosyncrasies about each other.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, I think we're
But
like
in a
that.
funny,
Yeah, and everything's out in the open.
non-confrontational.
I think my family's
way.
always like, if we got in a fight, it was like you would just like forget about it, and then like 2 days later, it's like, okay.
I'm not
it's
like
over.
that. I'm like, we are gonna talk until it's solved.
I'm the same. I'm like that's me to the T. I'm like
Yeah.
we need to air this out. We all need to talk about our emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And Tara's like the complete. My family is like the exact opposite of Tara's
Really?
family.
Isn't
Tara's
that
got like
funny?
9 brothers that are all.
Yeah, my
Oh, yeah,
family,
yeah.
my family is pretty much like, okay, I love you. It's over. Whatever. Anyways, it's just like we just forget about it, and
That's
don't
the way to
And
do
then
it.
it comes
about
up later sometimes.
I know sometimes it does. I don't know.
But
It's
We're
little-
just
That
all on
happens-
this
that
big
happens
blue
either way.
ball trying to figure it out together, though.
oh,
So, 2.5 months,
2.5 months.
the baby.
Mhm.
Logan Danger. That's
Logan
a
Danger.
great
so
name.
what is he
Great
doing
name.
now? Like, has he laughed?
He just had this last weekend his first like outward laugh.
Oh,
He'd done the like you know, he'd like and you're like, are you laughing or are you about to cry? Are you pooping? Where are we in this
That
line
is
right
so
now? Yeah.
funny.
But I was singing, and this made my heart just like jump for joy because I'm a huge Pearl Jam fan. I have a Pearl Jam tattoo on my back.
Oh, you do?
You do?
No
I think you
way.
should show it.
I got you.
Take your shirt off. Is this the first nudity we're gonna have? Honey, pull his shirt up.
It's
Help
right
him
there.
out.
It's right there.
Oh, you don't get to take your shirt off? Oh, that's cool. Can you see that? Can you see
Yeah.
I got it
Did you
because
see it?
my cousin and I were both obsessed with Pearl Jam, and so I got that, and I'm a huge Pearl Jam fan. Anyways, back to the story. I was singing Pearl Jam because I had it on like Pandora on my TV and was just blaring at the top of my lungs, and he was looking at me and just started laughing, and he was just like, It was just like this weird, awkward laugh, like he was about to throw up.
Like he's trying to figure out.
He's
Yeah.
like, you're so dumb. You actually put ink on your back forever?
Yeah.
Just this? Why did you do that?
And me just completely misguided. I'm like, it's because you love Pearl Jam. Oh my God, you are my son.
No, I am a little bitter about Pearl Jam because when I was growing up, I worked at this restaurant where the coolest guys that worked there, they were in a band and they loved Pearl Jam, right? And they always like were like picking on me, but like I was like teasing them. And this dude, he had this finger, you know, like you ever like people chape you or like hit you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he had this.
whip.
Oh,
Rude.
sorry, babe. He had this ring finger that was like
domesticated
8 inches long, and he'd always like whip me because I was like the new dishwasher. Anyways, so they were all going to this Pearl Jam concert, and there was like one extra ticket, and I was gonna get to go, but then I got scheduled to work.
No.
And I was so pissed because I was like my first time when they were like, "Okay, Shay, you
They were
can get to
gonna
come with us."
bring you under
Because
their
Because I was
wing.
the youngest. I was the youngest kid. I was like a sophomore in high school, and they were all like, either seniors or college, and I was like gonna get to go to this Pearl Jam show in Salt Lake, and I was like, it's gonna be so exciting. And then I got scheduled to work, and I asked my boss for it off. And he's like, nope. He goes, yeah, if you can find somebody to work for you, you can. So I asked this other kid, and this other kid went and said, he said, can I have Shay's ticket? And they're like, yeah, if you want it. And I asked,
Are you kidding me?
I said, dude, will you work for me? He was like, no, I'm taking your ticket. And he went and worked, and I had to. He went to the concert, and I had to stay and wash dishes.
That's so
That is the
rude.
worst.
5 hours. So Pearl Jam sucks.
No, I'm gonna take you to Pearl Jam concert. We're gonna have the best time ever, and you're gonna right these wrongs.
You're gonna
I
right
need
these
to. I
wrongs.
have an emotional.
We need
We'll
to
go with Dana.
overcome and work through these problems.
If Eddie
Eve.
Vedder, if you're out there, Eddie, if you're listening, I love you, man.
He is. I mean, we're not gonna get into this because this would go in scary territory. I love Eddie Vedder.
Yeah, I bet.
No. Well, it's been my
Have
time.
you ever?
See you guys.
Have you ever met him? Have you ever like been backstage or anything? Like,
Only in dreams.
Really? Have you
I've
have
never
you been
met
to
him.
concerts?
That would
been
be
to
cool.
Yeah, I have been to a lot of.
How many shows?
Oh my gosh, probably like. I want to say
10?
somewhere in the 15 to 20 range. I think.
15 to
Really?
20?
That's
No way.
crazy.
I used
Where-
to went to a lot as a kid.
Did
It
you,
was
like-
that was our thing?
Did you follow him around, or did you like go
A
on-
little bit, like mini tour kind of thing. Like we'd go to like 2 or 3 shows. Like they'd be in New York, and then they'd be like in another place in New York, and then
No
be in
way.
like Vermont and New Jersey. So
Because
we'd
you're
go to, like,
from New
those
York.
4.
You're
Yeah,
from.
I'm from New York.
So
I'm
you're
from
excited
upstate
about the Giants winning yesterday?
Oh my gosh,
You were.
yeah. It was the best thing in the world.
It's time, huh?
It is time.
Go Giants
Again.
fans.
It
you
was
believe it?
sweet victory. Yes, it was awesome. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. I loved
Every
it.
minute of
Yeah.
it.
It was a good
Dude,
game too.
I
man.
was pissed that Welker. It was his.
Yeah.
You know, because it hit him. That's the worst place to get hit if you're trying
Yeah.
to catch a football. It's right in the hands.
Yeah.
And that's where it hit him, and he.
Yeah.
I was so disappointed.
There was a lot of plays.
I'm
though.
always
There
rooting
was-
for Wes Welker because he's like the little white guy.
Yeah.
That's like makes me think that like, hey, if he could do it, then I could do
Then
it.
I
It's
could
like
do it.
he's my John Stockton, you
Yeah.
know, like of the NFL.
Yeah.
I'm like Welker, yeah. You know, I'm like. Because I always like check his height and weight. I'm like, that's like exactly like how big I am. Like, I think if he's out there, then I could do it.
That's
So,
how all of America feels.
Yeah,
all
like
of white
every-
America sees
We
that guy.
can do it.
every dude who ever played high school football sitting on the couch is a Wes Welker fan.
Oh my gosh.
You know?
I root for Wes Welker, and I'm a giant. You know, it's
right.
Well, I got to admit, I was more involved with Twitter yesterday than the game.
Yeah.
Twitter and Madonna. The best tweets ever yesterday were from Michael Buckley. He's hilarious.
Oh, he usually comes out and shines on the big days. They were
Yes.
saying I saw a tweet from Twitter themselves saying that the highest
that,
was
yeah.
12,000 tweets per second
What?
yeah.
at the end of the Super Bowl, and then the next
That's
one was
crazy.
during Madonna's performance was 10,000 tweets per second.
Well, it's fun. It's
That's
because it's like you're
crazy.
watching the game with all these people that you follow. You know?
Yeah.
That's
It's
what
like
I love
you're-
about
yeah.
it.
It's
is pretty cool
exciting.
because it's cool to see everybody's opinion on things and to like comment because you're all, and that's what I love that it's playing nationwide at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, it's real time, so that we can all comment
It's like
on
a
the same thing at the
giant
same
Super
time.
Bowl party.
It is.
Everyone.
It is. With all like
Love
the
it.
funniest people.
Which is
that you
great for
want.
Yeah.
marketing.
And then
Right.
you like read a tweet that has nothing to do with the Super Bowl. And like, what are you doing right now? Why are you watching the Super Bowl?
How dare you clutter my feed?
And then
Seriously.
I love the people who are like you know outwardly like screw the Super Bowl. I
Yeah.
don't check out this documentary on.
And
They
the
just
funny,
actively fight it.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
fight the fact that
the
people are
funny
talking
thing
about
is, like, I don't really necessarily watch the Super Bowl. I just think it's a fun party.
Yeah, why not- if you
There's a lot
can't
of
beat
people
them,
like
join
that.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
And
Why not hang out
halftime.
with people? Yeah.
Go Madonna.
Yeah, we're gonna
was
be
crazy.
in the lemmings, all the lemmings as we go off the cliff. Okay, on the Super Bowl. That's what you guys are. Your followers. Super Bowl sucks.
I think I missed something in this conversation.
I'm being the devil's advocate for the other people.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Haters gotta hate.
I just gotta. Hey! Yeah, Eli Manning. He's such a dork.
He is. He is just the goofiest guy.
He looks
in the
like.
world.
I mean,
He looks like Dax Flame.
so you're saying Dax Flame's a dork?
No, but he looks
Oh,
like him.
snap!
No, he.
Circle around.
I didn't say that. You said he was a dork. I didn't say Eli Manning is a
I
dork.
set you up there.
But Lisa noticed, and I concur that
Yeah.
he does look like Dax
There is
Flame. They
definitely a
look
resemblance
similar.
there. I'll give you that.
And I think that's a compliment, don't you?
Eli Manning
Dax
is
is another one I've
clutch,
met.
is what I'm gonna say.
He is.
Eli Manning is more famous than you are. Just saying.
Just throwing it out there.
Wow.
Ooh, so.
I see. Unless I have 2 Super Bowl rings, I ain't nothing. Is that what we're
you
saying?
know it.
10 minutes. Thanks.
Shay. Here, Allie's in the studio today, and she's trying to help us make a smooth transition by giving us notes how far along we're
Ali
going.
said, I'll sit in the studio so that I don't have to knock on the window and tell
and
you
distract
10
you.
minutes.
And he's like, it's 10 minutes? Okay, 10 minutes? 10?
What are you trying
sure?
to say?
Okay.
What?
Okay, what?
Wait.
Hold on. How many fingers do you have up right now? Let's go. 1,
10? Okay.
2.
Hey, at least you can't tell that I have a shirt on.
What? Can you see her? You can't see her.
I can run up right in front of that camera.
Don't, you nudist. Okay, so,
I love you, honey.
what were we talking about?
I love you more than Eli Manning.
So,
Super Bowl. So I'm riding this high all
listen,
through the
Eli.
week. This is like
This is
what
good.
I've been
Did
waiting
you bet
for.
any money on the game?
No.
Did you?
I did with
did?
my brother-in-law. And what's crazy too is we did like the football pool where
Yeah.
everybody puts in like $2 and you pick a square.
Oh.
And Tara, my wife, won everything. She won all but like
That's
one
fun.
quarter of it and won like $175 or something
Nice.
like that. So
We
we
have to
just
do
we
that.
came home. I have a picture actually
Let's see
of
it.
us like
Denise,
right after.
you know
No,
what to
this is
do,
a horrible
Denise. Hey,
picture.
Denise, you know
So
what to do.
she won it. You didn't actually
She won
win
it, but that's us. With
So
the
how do you guys
money.
distribute that?
That's
she
oh,
share it with you?
Oh my no. It's like
Dude,
She's like, I'm going shopping.
your mustache. Look at that happy little family right there. You guys are adorable.
she hates the mustache, by the way.
She does.
I would like an active campaign to keep the mustache.
She's gorgeous.
Have I
She
met
was
her?
Oh
for
my
showing this picture, by the way.
Have
I
I?
remember we took this picture. She's like, no,
She's
I
so
like that. I don't want to show that picture.
Only like 40,000 people are going to
That's
see
the
this.
best. She's
Yeah,
beautiful.
She is.
Denise Vlogs is
She's
going
a
to hit you
hottie.
up to get that picture from you, Mickey.
She's a hottie.
Can we have that picture?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Sorry, Tara, but you're beautiful.
Yeah,
I
you
promise.
you should bring your kid over and he can play with one of my kids.
When he can be thrown around, I will do that.
He doesn't
when he
trust
can be
you,
whipped.
honey.
Are you nervous with him? Are you nervous?
I never thought I would be. I was always like, I'm gonna be the coolest dad. I'm gonna be like throwing this kid into walls.
But you're
it's gonna be
like-
fine. Yeah. He came out and Tara's not. She's more careful with everything else than with me. And like I'm the careful one out of the two of us. Like I'm like, is he breathing? Are you sure he's breathing? Like run home, get my.
He's okay. He's okay. You really do. I mean, I would say for the first 6 months, you got to be easy on him. But after, you'll know once they start rolling around, they start hitting them like selves on the head, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
are you okay? Like Rock Tart sometimes, like yesterday, and he didn't know I was watching.
So destructive.
He will run and just like smash his head into the wall, and I'll
And
be
you're
like,
like,
holy crap, and he'll go, oh, like he'll like laugh and like shake his
Shake
head,
it
like,
off.
whoa, what just happened? And get up and just like run
bounces
off.
off
And
of
I'm like,
things.
holy crap.
Yeah.
You'll find out they're pretty indestructible. That's what I
They're
would
resilient.
I would say to
I
parents.
get that. People were telling me that, and I'm starting to see it a little
You'll
bit
see
more.
it. Is
But-
dude, listen, Rock Tart, this was at Christmas time. We were back in Idaho for my son's baptism, and we're in this church. And these doors in the church have these giant rounded corners because there's these big doors to these rooms. And Rock Tart is running, and he's pretty agile on his feet at this point. And he'll do this thing where his little legs will get, and he'll start running from
His head goes faster than his legs.
yeah, he'll
do.
just like lean and he'll just go, and he'll be cruising. So he was running down this hallway. The church has this long hallway, and there were some people in the kitchen, and then he was running down this hallway, and he didn't know if he should go in the
He
kitchen.
couldn't decide. You could see it in his face. He was like, and
And
he
he
went
was
to
running
he
full
ran right
speed,
into
and
the
he's
corner.
trying to decide this, running full speed, if he should go into the kitchen or down this hallway. And he's like, and he can't decide, and his forehead cracks square
Oh my gosh.
on the door frame. And within like 45 seconds, he has this.
But here's the thing.
goosebump.
He did not cry about it.
He didn't cry at all.
He didn't cry about
He
it.
didn't cry
Like
at all.
he hit his
That's
head,
tough
and I was like,
dude,
"Oh
man.
my gosh!" And I picked him up, and I'm like, "Oh, you're fine." And then I carried him, and the further like I go walking down the hall, and I look at him again, and it's like
It was literally like
He
the
was
cartoon.
blowing a
It was
horn.
going on the front of his
It
head.
was so bad.
purple.
That
It
is a
was
football
so bad.
player. That
Yeah.
is this. He could be the next Eli.
So they are. Don't freak out. Just enjoy them. You know. I mean, you gotta be careful. You'll be careful just because you'll feel that. But yeah, they are pretty indestructible.
Yeah.
We had. I mean, we have plenty of stories. I mean, we have.
We
Mickey-
talk about them like they're couches. They're really indestructible.
But that's what everybody tells me. And Tara's
raise
mom
them
was
up.
telling me how she like was holding her and like fell asleep holding her, and then like she rolled all the way down her legs, and then she like caught her with her feet out. Like that story was like, okay, if that's okay, like I don't know.
Right. There's a story of my
kind of funny.
cousin. My cousin went and grabbed his like 5-day-old baby sister out of the crib by her ankle.
How old was your cousin?
He was like 3 or 4 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Just strong enough to grab her, pulled her out of the crib by her
Oh, my
ankle.
gosh.
Out of the crib, drug her down the carpet, down the stairs to the mom who was downstairs ironing, and she thought the baby was sleeping. And you're like, Mom,
That's so
like,
scary.
You forgot your baby.
had the baby, and she's like, oh, she like grabs the baby, and like and the baby is like sleeping. You know what I mean? It's just like
That's
fine.
so. I would have been scared too.
Maybe it was Crane. I don't know. I don't know exactly. I wasn't. I'm sure
The
it was
baby
Crane.
was fast asleep.
Yeah, the baby was
doing their
crocheting.
taxes.
Yeah. You say a funny joke.
The
You do the
funnies.
taxes.
I have to do my taxes.
Yeah.
I just remembered that.
Oh, sorry.
Well, Mickey, thank you for joining us.
No,
on
thank
the
you guys.
podcast
This is fun.
today.
This is awesome.
It is
Way fun. I can't wait to meet your family.
10 times cooler than a meeting.
Right?
Say that right.
You had fun.
It's like I
right?
scheduled this in. And I was like, yes.
Yeah, this will be fun. Yeah, he is. So check out everything that Mickey produces. We'll have a long
Check it
list
all
of stuff that
A
he
lift.
produces.
We'll have a lift of
Yeah.
stuff.
You know
I was
what?
waiting for you to poke me. I was
Listen,
like,
you have one do your taxes joke, and you think you're Miss High on
running the
horse.
show now.
Yeah, I'm the talent here. Okay,
oh, okay. I'll try to put myself back in my place.
I'm gonna
tweet
work
me,
you.
too.
Yeah. Oh,
Tweet me.
follow
I've never plugged a single thing in my life, and I'm gonna Mickey _ Meyer MICKEY_MEYER.
Type
I'm
it out,
excited.
Denise. Type it out right here. Follow Mickey on the Tweetsters.
Yeah.
Do you have
I've
any
always
else?
wanted to do this,
you have
too. I
a
always
YouTube?
see people with
yeah,
channels
that
be
you want to be
like
like,
the-
check me out
Yeah,
right here.
down in the pants.
Down in the- because he's an
Down in the
actor
pants.
too. That's the other thing. The first time we ever met was on a Good Neighbor shoot.
Oh yeah,
Remember? And
Yeah.
you were just like produced that shoot. And
that was
by the way, that video's never come out.
It never did come out.
Which
It's because the audio's all messed up.
oh, that
That's why.
sucks because that
Yeah.
was hilarious.
Yeah.
so
So yeah,
That one's on. That honestly though, this is a whole nother tangent, but that video is better on stage. I think that they watched that too with the audio and were like, this doesn't get across the
well,
same.
when I read the script, like when you guys sent me the script, I was like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
I was reading it, I'm like, this isn't gonna be funny.
Yeah.
But then when you guys were shooting it, they're like action, I was like, oh, okay, I get
It's
it.
all performance.
Yeah, it's all performance, and they're just like jumping all over each other. It's a lot of physical
Yeah,
comedy too.
Completely.
And is that something they created, or is that from
That
something?
was. I mean, it was this whole like they. I mean, they were exclusively just touring as a sketch show for the longest time, and they had done this like format of being three, old timey kids from New York City that were like, yeah, how's it going? See,
Yeah,
You know?
see, kind of like a teenage Three Stooges,
Yeah.
almost like a Newsies Three Stooges, like
Completely.
yeah, and just like all over each other, and it's like a very physical routine. Like they
Yeah.
were like when we were doing the
Definitely.
shoot, they had to do like 2 or 3 takes, and they were breathing hard because they're like
Yeah.
jumping all over each other.
It was like
and-
hot and steamy.
Oh
I don't know,
yeah,
I don't remember that.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
They're all
Well-
sweaty.
But yeah, they've
That's
done it
the-
before, and then they tried to transfer it, and I don't
This
think it
didn't work.
I wish that I was in this conversation because I don't know what you're talking about.
Mickey, remember the time that I?
No, really.
And
But
then
we
they
got-
did their tax.
And then
doing his taxes the whole time.
Shay and I are fighting
From
today.
Maker Studios
In Los Angeles, California.
In Los Angeles, California. Mickey Meyer,
Thank you.
follow
That
him
was
on
fun.
Twitter.
Go follow him on the tweetsies.
Check him out.
Tweet me. You might get to see
In
some
my
pictures
opinion,
of his baby.
one of the
You
best
can.
employees at Maker Studios. He's the best.
He's amazing.
employees.
Later.
You ever.